So before I even play this video and then get into the information that I have to pretty much shut down this video, I will say this. So as of late, I've made a series of different videos, and these videos have exposed how much of a scammer and a liar and a user Debbie is. So because of this, Debbie decided to make this video. Now this video, I call it damage control. This is exactly what I call it, because now this right here was an opportunity, a chance for Debbie to say, you know what, I was wrong and I apologize. But instead of doing that, in life, some people have this ego where even when they're caught out, they will still do their best to continue the lie. They will still do their best to cover up the truth. Why? Who knows? Maybe they're too ashamed to admit the truth. Maybe they just don't like to lose, or maybe their ego always gets the best of them. Now, with that being said, I'm going to play this video, and then after that, I'm then going to show you evidence against to why this video is not only just what Debbie is, but why exactly she should have just said, you know what, I apologize. Because in my opinion, this damage control made things even worse. Reasons being is because there are lies in this video that I caught out and will be exposed. And it's crazy because a smart person would have said, you know what, I hold my hands up. But at the same time, somebody that is now 69 years of age, really and truly, shouldn't even be in this freaking situation. And also, it's actually embarrassing that her son is a part of it. And we're going to get into that as well. Now, with that being said, sit back, get your cup of tea. You might need it for this one, okay? Or get some water to cool you off, who knows? But let's get into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Miss Debbie. And guess what? We got 23 acres. My son went above and beyond the call of duty to start the Wild Ark Animal Sanctuary. But as you can see, honey, it is needing some serious help and repairs, and we're looking for volunteers, you know, and contact my son, the handsome Sergeant Julian. And yes, we're starting. We're on the mission. This is what we're doing now until I can afford to purchase the property. So I thank y'all, and God bless you for understanding that my intention is to be an inspiration for all through animals, art, and kindness.
We registered with the state of Georgia to be a nonprofit organization, so we got a tax ID and everything like that.
All right, so here's the thing. Julian said that they have registered to be a non-profit organization, and they have been approved. It's interesting because, you know, there's this thing called internet, and on the internet, if you look in the right places and you know where you look, you're going to find exactly what you need. So here's the thing that is quite fascinating about that statement itself in particular. Exhibit A. So this is from, you know, obviously the Georgia Secretary of State, as you can see, okay, says above. And I want you just to recognize that, you know, when it comes to having any type of approval, as you can see, obviously, when it comes to the business search that has Julian's name on it, you will notice that the date itself in particular here of it being dissolved was in 2019. So right now, this here is inactive. And the fact that it was dissolved, it clearly says that something wasn't working, something didn't go to plan, so therefore it had to be shut down. But let's move on to the next one as well, though. This is another one here. As you can see, this one was in 2023. Okay, obviously this one is obviously behind the Wild Ark Studio. And as you can see, obviously this is Debbie's one. And obviously, as you can see here, the dates, effective expiration. This expired literally in September. I forget you guys put the month before the date. In the UK, we put the date and the month, but yeah, in September. So this isn't active neither. Okay, just to clarify that. And then also on top of that, obviously, when you do put in the search itself in particular, you're just looking for anything, you know, around the title itself in particular, this is what comes up. Now, obviously, I've had to blow out this one here because I don't think this person has anything to do with them necessarily. But either way, as you can see here, now I will just quickly just run away. Nope, no, I'm in the wrong place. There we go. It says here, active compliance, but this one here, really and truly, bear that in mind, okay, it's not something that is actually active, just bear that in mind. Now, with that being said, as you can see though, these, oh, sorry, I'm doing a terrible job of this, expired, okay? So that means right now, Okay, this alleged approval that they have, where is it? Where is the evidence? But why am I here? Why am I making this video? It's very simple, because I said this before, you know, when we first started off making this, the very first videos, this was to expose that Ruben was not the scammer and that Debbie is the scammer. And that this is showing us more proof, you know. She's out here asking for 500K. And on top of that, she's got about 6 or maybe 5 different Instagram pages, okay? And not all of them, but you know, obviously they have different methods of how you can pay her. And the thing is, she has asked for 500K on her website, but also on top of that, she's also asking for extra money when it comes to her PayPal, you know, where she's asking for in other avenues. I'm saying, so it's interesting how she's asking for money in so many different walks of, so many different platforms. You see what I'm saying? That itself is always a bit, you know what I mean? But either way, though, really and truly, if people start to donate money to this woman here or even volunteer to help her, how do you know that your volunteer hours are going to be worth it? And how do you know the money they're given to her is actually going to go in the right places? But we will also touch on that money too, okay? And that's something I'm going to show you a little bit later on. But one thing I also do want to touch on is the son. Now, we know that the son is somebody who's a deputy sheriff. This young man is putting himself in a position where he may even ruin his own freaking career. Now, I get it. In life, many people love their parents. They love their mothers, and they will do anything to protect them. But if it means taking down your own career, potentially, I mean, if I was in this situation here and I was thinking to myself, so I am helping my mum do something that she should not be doing, that could ruin my own reputation, my own career. In that situation, I'd be asking myself, okay, I know I'm going to do this because I love my mum, but if she loved me, then why would she put me in this position where I could jeopardize my own career? But then again, at the same time, maybe he's the mastermind behind it. And these are the questions they have to ask sometimes when you're doing great things, when you're doing something for somebody that you love that could ruin you. You have to question at that moment in time, but do they love you? Because if they did, why they put you in a position that could jeopardize your winnings? You see what I'm saying? And that's something that people should always bear in mind, okay? And with that being said, let's continue.
And I'm gonna be doing a lot of the work myself, so if anyone's free and wants to pick up a hammer, come on down, help me out. You know, lunch is on me.
God bless y'all. Thank you. We missed that.
You know, it is crazy, isn't it, how we're here now with this situation. But now I want to show you something else that was quite interesting. Now, you see, Debbie did hold this meet and greet. Now, this meet and greet stuff in particular here, from what I understand, if behind my head here, already happened. Okay, it happened on April 19th. This was literally about 2 days ago. Now, here's the thing that is quite interesting. And from my understanding, from what I have been told, okay, 90-day people that have been on the show are not allowed, okay, to use the TLC name, nor are they also allowed to even use the 90-day fiance name when it comes to them promoting their own things. Okay, that's something that, from what I understand, they are not allowed to do. Unless that is changed, from what I understand, you're not allowed to do that. So that means, technically speaking, rules are being broken right now. Contracts are potentially being tampered with right now. You see what I'm saying? Now, the reason I bring this up is because, see, as you can see here, she goes on this meet and greet, and she obviously advertises herself as the 90-day, the single life, and also, you know, as you can see, obviously advertise TLC, okay? These are two things, from what I understand, that she's not supposed to be allowed to do. Don't quote me on that. But we're not here just for this, though. We're here for what is said inside of this description. Now, she says a whole lot of things here about a meet and greet fundraiser, and of course, it's a fundraiser. But you know what? There was one sudden line that really stood out to me, and I've got to say, this one here, somebody is quite interesting. A portion of all proceedings will go to Miss Debbie's 501c to help build her place of art and healing for all to enjoy. Now, bear this in mind, this is meant to be a meet and greet for fundraising. Usually when you fundraise, any money that you get goes to what you're raising it to. That's where the funds go. Fundraiser, you're raising funds to raise it for a cause. And as you can see here, she talks about helping to build the 105C, Now, here's the thing. First and foremost, we don't even know if this is even legit anyway. But we won't sit too much in it whether or not it's legit or not. The question is, though, why has she put down a portion of all proceedings? Because, you see, when somebody does this, right, this is something that I call a loophole. Because I believe in the States, I'm not too sure about the UK in particular, but in the States, okay, if you word your words correctly like this, okay, so let's say, for example, Debbie put down 20% of the funds or the portions will go to da. That means once she's got the funds that she's raised, if they were to pull her up and say, hey, let's check your books, they would have to see that how much she earned, how much she raised, and then also have to see that 20% was given away. But you see, she hasn't done that. Then that's where the loophole is. She's put down a portion. So that means a portion could be anything. So let's say, for example, it is 5K she raises. Okay, let's say it's 5K. And then she only gives away 1K. She gets away with it. Let's say she only gives away $500. And she gets away with it. And then she pockets the rest. You see what I'm saying? So the matter of the fact is, though, you know, this is to further prove that this woman is somebody that is right now cannot be trusted. And now let's go back to what I was saying to you before about the video itself in question. This video here, aka the damage control, was an opportunity, a chance to redeem herself and to even gain respect for herself. And that was the thing where she could have made this video and said, you know what, guys, I'm going to own up. I went on a dating website. I recruited Ruben to come on the show. We've been on the show. I recruited him because I really needed someone to be on the show with me because I was desperate to be back on it because I wanted the money. And she could say I wanted the money because I wanted to do this whole fundraiser thing, right? All right, cool. But something went down, and I was then wrong to throw Ruben under the bus publicly, and I have now, you know, ruined or started to ruin a portion of his reputation, and I am sorry for that. I should never done that. You know, I should know not to do that as a person of my age, as a person of my experience, but I did that, and I'm owning up to it, you know what I mean? And hey, this is this is what I'm saying. That's what you gotta do. But, you know, in life, sometimes people have a ego that is so freaking high that they end up harming themselves whilst also continuously harming the people they've already harmed. You see what I'm saying? Now, in this situation, no one's necessarily been harmed in this situation here, but what has been happening is that she's still pushing this narrative for people to donate money to her. But yet the proof is showing us that if people give you money, none of us know where the money is really going to go to. None of us know that evidence. I will say this though. Maybe Debbie does have good intentions. Okay, maybe she does. But how she's gone about it is definitely not the way. Because you see, in life, I believe that people that have pure good intentions will not do things in a way that it involves lying to others, deceiving others, and most certainly throwing other people under the bus to make yourself look like you're some amazing person. So again, maybe she has the right intentions, but the way she's gone about it is not a way that I personally cannot respect. And because of that, personally, I therefore question whether or not she has any good intentions. But I'm trying to be fair, and I want to say that maybe she has good intentions, and maybe that I'm just not seeing. If you've seen them, then fair enough, let me know. But again, people with a pure heart, people who have the right intentions in life, will always be completely transparent with anyone that they are asking things from. Because at the end of the day, everybody needs to know what they are about to invest in or to support or to help. And they need to know it in the transparent way, not to know it in a way that involves lying, you know, and deceiving. And sadly, even using other people and then throwing them under the bus to then ruin their reputation. With that being said, let me know what you're thinking down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.